been far too long since our last episode. We're back again this week. Pardon the Ignorance podcast. I have a very special guest today, Harold.
Yeah, you announced me like I was going to be somebody big, and then it's just me. But thanks for letting everybody know I'm special.
Oh, dude, you're definitely special. In fact, it's just the two of us tonight. You're on a limited amount of time. You're working, so we're just going to try to knock this out real quick. Put out a little bit of content. Something we need to really get back to doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And by the way, where's Dave?
I don't know, man. He wasn't allowed to come out and play today.
That's messed up. I mean, it's so good to have a family, I guess. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. I'm the only one drinking, and that's better that way.
It's probably better that way, but I may or may not be a little high. No, actually, I'm pretty. But actually, I'm pretty amped up on adrenaline because I'm having serious withdrawal syndromes. You know, it's sober October and everything, and I'm laying off the nicotine gums.
Are you really?
Yes.
Nice. I am not participating in Sober October. I was going to. I was actually, I'm actually just getting over having COVID. It kicked my ass pretty bad, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I didn't drink at all the last couple of weeks. But
what were your symptoms like? You weren't vaxxed, right?
I'm vaxxed. I have all three.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a fever that was almost 42. I was hallucinating.
Damn.
I still can't taste or smell. It's been over 2 weeks.
Shit.
Almost 2 weeks since taste and smell. But the fever, man, and like some kind of weird ass nerve pain.
Damn.
I was laid up for a few days. I was actually gonna go to work. The Tuesday on the 4th, after that holiday that we had here, I was gonna go to work, and that night, like, I take a shower at night, and my mother-in-law, she tested positive, and then the kids both tested, but they didn't look at them. I'm like, nah, all right, I might as well test. Positive, went downstairs, positive. Everybody, except for me, the wife was the only one who was not positive this entire time. But the rest of the house. So it was fun, man.
I can imagine. if that's your kind of thing.
No, it is definitely not for me. Like, getting sick, okay, it sucked, but it was, I mean, it wasn't that bad. The fever sucked, but for me, the whole worst part is I was home for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I was home this whole past week and the week before. I'm not built for that, man. I can't do it. I need to be in the office. I need to be doing stuff. It was a nightmare. So all I did was just lay around, watch TV, and fucking play video games.
Oh man, that's messed up for you because especially at home, you know, you like running around, being active.
Yeah. It definitely messes you up mentally if you're not built for that.
Also, you don't know. I mean, it's COVID. It could be an easy thing. You could get like a serious case of it. So, like, basically, until you test negative again, you're pretty anxious on what the thing's gonna be like.
That's it, man. I tested positive on the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Today we have today's the 14th. My first negative test was yesterday on the 13th.
Damn.
Yeah, so 10 days. And who knows, I could have been positive before that as well. Because that Friday, I was fucked up.
Damn.
Yeah.
You were like, give me all the COVID. I mean, as somebody who's vaxxed 3 times, has it for 10 days, man, that meant you pretty much bathed in COVID.
Yeah, man, and it's great. Like I said, it's so weird though, like without the loss of your senses of taste and smell, it's crazy. Because like your mind plays tricks on you. You're like, oh, this is good. You're like, no, it's not. I don't fucking taste it. This is so weird.
Damn.
Yeah.
I never lost my sense of taste or smell. I'm glad, but I know a couple people that had it before the vaccines came out. And they're just now starting to get it back. And we got hit with the first wave like in 2020. You know, just imagine not having a taste of smell or not having a sense of smell or taste for a year.
I have to say though, it's been the best diet because like you only eat because you're hungry, but you're not really that hungry. You don't have a taste for anything because you can't taste anything.
Hmm.
So the last 2 weeks, man, I lost 11 kilos. I'm like, this is awesome.
Dude,
I was like, let's go.
dude, get on a forum and have all those muscle heads or fat women ask you what kind of COVID you recommend. What variant is the best?
Yeah.
You know, and then you can like turn it up a notch and go for testicular cancer. I'm like, I lost 15 kilos on that, you know.
Dude, I fucking told COVID my pronouns and dropped a dime. It was awesome.
Nobody's like, okay, we got the he him version. Boom, take that.
Yeah. So what's been new with you, man?
Dude, a lot of NFL.
This is your busy season. This is your busy time.
Well, actually, it's supposed to be my not so busy time because from April to October, I usually have 2 games per weekend. One
Oh
of
yeah,
them,
with the German football.
yeah. So actually, this is supposed to be my not so busy time of the year. However, I discovered some really good websites to do your football research on. Meaning, with me, research is like building something on the house for you.
Yeah,
Um, if I see if I see a possibility to get like grade A data in my mind, then I go for it. Um,
absolutely.
so I've been doing a lot of research on PFF, and then there's a site called ProFootballReference.com. Um, the ProFootballReference.com one is free, so I'd like to encourage anybody who wants to get some stat background. Some people are really deep into fantasy football. It might help because they have all kinds of situational stats, stats against different positions, that kind of stuff. Also helps me commentate, right? Because
Hmm.
um, that way you can knock out, a quick sentence or two on back information, which I think, or background information rather, which I think is a little better for the audience than just hearing, "Oh my God, what a tackle!" Because in a
Yeah,
perfect world, they're watching and they saw the tackle, so you don't have to tell them.
right. And plus, I also think it's great because like you said, it helps you add a little bit of you add something different to the actual to the live game experience. You're providing a little, like a couple extra steps, like something that could be interesting to that person. Plus, being so meticulous that way, it also doesn't let you sound like a dum dum.
Right.
And that's the main goal if you're on TV.
100%. But I've come to notice, so many stats. There's so many stats on so many teams. It is literally impossible for somebody to know all of them. I mean, I know one person who knows all of them, but I mean, he's an incel. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He lives with his mom. One of the best commentators I know, but he only lives for football.
Yeah.
However, I was thinking of maybe, just making shit up along the way. Just make it sound good. It's like a stat that nobody really cares about. Like, yeah, they're ranked 16 in blitz percentage over the right slot. Who cares?
Yeah.
But it makes me sound smart.
Exactly. You could be like, this guy actually is the only guy to ever be tackled by Boomer Esiason. They'd be like,
Right.
who? Oh man, that'd be funny though.
Yeah.
So, but the problem, I mean, that's got to be a lot of. Are you flying or are you driving?
Well, I can't fly, or I could fly, but it costs about 500 euros to do a round trip right now, just for from Munich to Bremen. And that's, I think, that's over the top.
That is over the top.
Or I could invest like 30,000 miles of my hard-earned miles and more miles. But if you consider your average mile bargain to the US business class is 55,000 miles. So 55,000 for a round trip in business class overseas, or 30,000 to get to Munich,
Mm,
right? It's not happening.
no, absolutely not.
So I took the train like twice, and I actually enjoyed it. However, The German train system is, you're lucky if you get there the same day.
Yeah, and
Um,
it's been there's so much construction everywhere. Like once you actually going towards Munich, I
yeah,
don't know if you have to come in through Frankfurt, but then if you do, you're screwed.
yeah, 100%. So, with the route that I'd be taking, it's through Fulda.
Oh, okay.
Um, it's it's decent, but anything south of that, you really roll the dice, if it happens to you or not. And one time I got delayed for an hour, which is kind of okay. I had the spare time, so I was good. I had like 3 hours to kill when I got there, so I was happy with that. But if I have to consider 3 extra hours to get there anyway, then I might as well drive.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's what I've been doing.
How long? I mean, is it shorter trip to drive?
If I had a diesel, yeah. Still looking at getting that diesel particle filter fixed. With the Tesla, of course, it's about 8.5 to 9 hours
Oh
to get to
shit, dude.
charge.
What you need to do is you need to find some hillbilly like me that will take your that will take that particle filter off, drill some holes in it, and blow it out with air compressor. Once that's done, you have to do that maybe once every year and a half, depending on how you drive. How you drive, I'd probably recommend anywhere between 8 to 12 months. Just blow it out with an air compressor. But once you drill it off and you blow it out and put it back on, you don't have to take it off again. You just put it up on jacks, blow it out with an air compressor. You're good to go.
Okay. Well, it sounds like the way to go.
Because
Because
I did that on my father-in-law's A6. I think Audi wanted like 4,500 for a new particle filter.
mhm.
Like, for what? I was like, fucking, let's just do this right here on the driveway. Did it, and that was, I think, 6, 7 years ago. Not a problem.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, a lot of cabs don't even have particle filters anymore. They took theirs out.
Yeah, I mean, that's also another way to go. But then again, with your car, how the computer system is and how it regulates everything, you can't. You'll fuck shit up. You'll actually do more damage if you take it off than actually fixing it.
Hmm.
Or you can bypass it, but to bypass it, it's still going to run you like 2,500. So then why not just put a whole new one in
Yeah,
at that point, and then you don't have to do anything.
exactly. So I'm thinking of maybe just like working with an edit. Hey, what's up? The security guards in here. Let's get
Okay.
Wo ist hier? Sagst du mir Bescheid, wenn du fertig bist?
5 Minuten.
Ja, oder nachher, weil dann schließe ich den Raum später ab.
Alles klar, danke. Yeah, he's a former offensive guard too. He used to play with the guy.
Nice.
Yeah. But what I wanted to say is I was thinking of maybe having it redone once or twice. That'll be about 600 and then going with the new one.
Yeah.
Because, save some money and then invest in that. Because I think driving an e-car is going to be very expensive.
No.
No?
No. It's still going to be cheaper than diesel or regular gas or petrol. It's
Okay.
not even a compare. I've been doing I've been pricing it out. Like, say if I got an e-car, I don't have any kind of packages, whatever. Say I just go to a regular charger and I fill it up on my dime with no kind of benefits, whatever.
Hmm.
Worst case scenario, 14 to 16 euro, right?
Okay.
Like if you look, how much does your Tesla take to fully charge? What does it cost you?
Um, Shoot, right now it depends on where I charge, but about 55 probably. Yeah.
Oh, shit, then it's changed.
It's a 100 kilowatts battery.
Yeah, but you know what though? Still, 55 gets you how much? How far?
In theory, about 380 Ks, but realistically about 300, 290 to 300.
Do the math on that diesel.
Mm.
You know what I
Well,
mean? You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but a tank of diesel will run me about 88. and that gets me 710.
Really?
Get those? Yeah.
Dude, I have a small tank on my Honda.
Uh-huh.
I just filled it up yesterday.
Uh-huh.
138.
What? Okay, let me do the math real quick. If we go for the worst case scenario, which is about 214 the liter,
Yeah.
and I time that times 60. Okay, then I'm at 128. Fuck.
That's what I mean. So you're theoretically getting double with the e-car.
Uh-huh.
You just have to, the way you personally drive it is inefficient. But if you drove it a little more efficiently, and yeah, you want to get from point A to point B quicker, but if you reduced your speed and, really beating on it, you're going to get further, which will save you time and will save you a lot of money in the long run. If you do it that way, plan on 5-hour trip.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to save. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, yeah, but it's really hard with the Tesla to do the math appropriately because driving slow is one thing, but you have to be in that perfect sweet spot where
Yeah.
you have your battery empty enough so that you profit off of the initial high rate of charge that you get as long as you're charging an empty battery, which flattens the fuller it gets. And you have to do the math in comparison to actually driving slow, where sometimes it's actually more efficient to drive faster because you reach that sweet spot where the battery charges faster earlier, and
Yeah.
then do more charging stops in sequence than just doing two big ones. It's a science behind it, man.
Okay, because we know somebody, they have one. They go to V-Spot and they work in V-Spot and they live over here by Loler.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and forth. They charge it every 2 to 3 days.
Hmm.
And that's it. Nothing in between.
Okay.
But he also doesn't go over 120.
True, and you have that big hill coming down to Vetterau,
Yeah.
where you can regain a little bit.
Right. The thing that's crazy, I'm surprised Tesla doesn't have, is the regenerative braking.
It does.
Like how it does, where it charges up your battery?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, it does have it.
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry to do a hard cut at this point.
No, it's cool, man. You got to go. I understand. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to keep going for a couple minutes.
Sure.
So, all right, Harry, thanks for stopping by, bud. We'll talk to you.
Of course. Thanks for keeping it rolling.
Yep.
See ya.
Bye. So, it's just me by myself right now. Harry had to get back to work. He's an air traffic controller, so he's very busy. Yeah. I don't really have a whole lot to say for the rest of the night, except we really want to get back into doing this. I really hope to put out something every week, whether it's a half hour, a full hour like we were doing. I really, 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 really want to get back into it. This is something that provided us a way to hang out, which was good for all of us, especially in times of being in lockdown. But like I said, for me, these past 2 weeks is not for me. Sitting at home for the last 2 weeks was probably the worst thing possible for my well-being, whether I was sick or not. It's something I do not like to do. So everybody stay safe. Wash your fucking hands. And we will hopefully be back next week with some more content, a little more things to say, and some good laughs. Because at the end, that's what we're trying to do here. So we will see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk to you. Bye.